So once you have your footage on your camera, the next thing we need to do is transfer it to your favorite editing software. Now we're using iMovie in here. iMovie is a pretty intuitive, easy to learn editing program. And so the steps for starting an iMovie project, the first thing that you're going to want to do is go to File and select New Movie. For this, I'm going to go ahead and select No Theme and Create. It's a good idea to name it. I'm just going to go ahead and name this, I don't know, what am I going to name this? Just Test. Now click OK. And then the second thing that you want to do is you want to go back up here to File and you want to select New Event. And once again, it's a good idea to name the event, otherwise it just puts the date. I'm not sure if you can see this or not, but a lot of people are not naming their events. They are just giving it the date, and so it's hard to know what's what. So I'm going to go ahead and say Lab 1 through 3. And so now I'm going to import my video footage into my event. And to do that, I need a FireWire. So this is a FireWire. And I'm going to go ahead and take my camera, turn it back on. Remember, the on-off switch is over here on the right side. So I'm just going to go ahead and pull that down one time. I'm going to go ahead and go back to video playback. And on the LCD display, I'm hitting rewind. And it's going to rewind the footage back to the beginning. Now the FireWire is going to plug into this side right here, and it's going to be this very first port. You'll notice that there's kind of a round side to the FireWire and then a flat side. So the round side goes down and it's right there. Now this is a plug and play, so all I have to do is come back over here and click Import Media, and it's automatically going to cause the camera to play. Now you'll notice that I've got the Sony HDV VCR selected, and then in the lower right corner I'm going to select Import. I really have no idea what's on this. Okay, so that's what I recorded earlier. Sometimes you get a little bit of jumpiness. That doesn't mean that it's not importing correctly. In fact, I'll just let it import a little bit, and then I'm going to go ahead and click Stop. Stop Import. Once you're done importing, you can go ahead and X out of the import window. And so what it'll do is it'll create these thumbnails for the video footage that you just imported. So once you have it imported, you can double click on the video footage that you want and pull it down into the project. So this is just raw footage, and of course you can edit this. You can make it shorter, you can get rid of sections, but for this lab, all I want you to do is import the footage. I don't want you to do a lot of editing. I do, however, want you to make a title. So to make a title, over here in the lower left corner, you're going to see a button here that says Title. And they have a variety of templates to choose from. You can just take a look at some of the titles. Let's say you want this one. You can go ahead and select that title and pull it down in front of your video footage. And then you'll get an opportunity to change the name of the title. So I'm going to call this Sony Demo. All right. And so now, by default, the title is 4 seconds long. If I hit the space bar, it's going to show me the title, Sony Demo, and then it's going to transition into some of the footage that I took. If 4 seconds is too long, then you can decrease the length of it. If it's not long enough, then you can increase the length of it. So play around with it. I think most of you probably, or at least several of you, have probably already used iMovie. So this might be old news to you, but for the rest of us, that's a quick intro. So once you have your title done, you can also put transitions in. That's not a requirement for this lab, but I'll go ahead and show you anyway. So here's the transitions. And once again, there's a variety to choose from. I'll go ahead and select this spin in, and you can pull that down between the title and the video footage. And so now after the title's done, my video is going to spin in. So once again, play around with some of those just so you can kind of get familiar with what you have available to you. You are going to be adding a music file to this. I'm just going to grab this. There's not really a lot on these desktops because we just cleaned them off, but I've got this one here. Let's pull that into my project. And so there's my audio track. Now if I push the space bar, if you want the audio to begin at a different time, which I think I do, I'm just going to go ahead and pull the start of the audio to the right. And then I can pull my entire audio track to the left. And so now I get more music. Okay, this is probably going to be a copyrighted song. But let's see what it does. I'm going to go ahead and, actually I'm not uploading this one to you. Oh yes I am. I don't know, let's just see. Well, you can also zoom in and out of your project over here. So I'm going to go ahead and zoom out a little bit. And then find the end of my audio track. And I'm going to shorten it up because I just want it to be the length of my video. And I'm going to go ahead and zoom back in. And okay, and so notice that the audio fade, there's no fade, it just stops abruptly. So if you click on the audio track, you can grab this little grip here and pull it over, and then that's going to fade the audio out at the end. If you wanted to, you could put a fade to black at the end, and so now when the video is done, it fades to black. So pretty basic editing. Now once you're done editing, you got your title, you got your video, you have your audio. The last thing you have to do is share, and share is up here in the upper right corner, right there. And so I'm going to go ahead and click share. We're going to share this to a file, and I am going to select, well right now it's doing a 1280 by 720, which is fine. Quality is high, that's fine as well. And I'm just going to click on next. Right now it's going to documents, just so you know where it's going. If you want to go someplace else, you can select someplace else. And I'm going to call this Sony Demo. And I'll click Save. Now in the upper right corner you're going to see a circle, which is the progress of the sharing. This is also called exporting. And so as that pie piece becomes full, this is a very short video so it's not going to take very long, but eventually you should get a message that says shared successfully. Once you get that message, you can click show. And then what it will do is it's going to open the folder where you shared it to, which is Documents, and there it is. And that concludes this demonstration for Labs 1, 2, and 3. And so obviously I will be here for answering questions, but that's a wrap.